Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? I hope you're doing okay. It's Sharon May here, coming to you live from Portugal in the lovely sunshine. It's a little bit cooler today, thank goodness, and a nice breeze, as you can probably see. So I'm going to try and hope that everything doesn't blow away. But I thought I'd just hop on and do a very quick live for you today. If you wanted to learn about my number one go-to when I'm feeling a little bit stressed. So if you are hopping on, please do let me know who you are, where you're coming in from, which country. What's the weather like where you are? Have I got any mums hopping on? How are you coping with the school holidays if the children are still off? Are you managing to find things to do with them, or is it a bit of a struggle? Which camp are you? It's probably a really good one to actually listen into today. If you are feeling a bit stressed and you've got sort of younger ones maybe, then this may help you. So before we get started, let me know what your stress relievers are. What do you do in terms of relieving stress on a day-to-day basis? A lot of you who've already followed my journey will probably know the answer to this one. But I just thought, I've made a few new friends on here on Facebook recently, and I thought if you haven't followed my journey, you probably don't know who I am or what I do. So I just thought I'd start with this one, especially now that we are in the summer holidays. I think Scotland has actually gone back. Their children have gone back this week. Is that right? A friend of mine was saying, I thought, gosh, that's quite early. So, but I know if you're in the UK, I think they're due to go back first week of September, same as here in Portugal. So we've got a few weeks left. So what do you think my number one go-to is for stress relief? Any ideas? I don't even know if anyone's hopping on. Maybe not. It might be a funny time of day today. Okay, so for me, it's actually box breathing. You might think, I have no idea what you're talking about. What is box breathing, Sharon? Well, stay with me. I'm just about to share that information with you. So I've got my notes here. So again, I'm just going to be glancing down a little bit. Box breathing is also known as square breathing. It's a technique that's used when taking slow, deep breaths, and it can heighten performance and concentration whilst also lowering blood pressure and being a great and powerful stress reliever. Now, I can talk from the heart because this is one I do actually use. I've learned it over the years, and my yoga teacher Laura back in the UK, I did it in several of her classes, absolutely loved it. So I've actually followed that on, and I've shared it with many people, including my other half, including my son, who sometimes has a bit of a panic now and again about certain things. And it really does work, It's kind of one of those things that you rely on. For me personally, some people may blow into a paper bag, for example, just to calm themselves down. But for me, I actually follow this and I do the box breathing. So I'm just going to share with you quickly today how to do it. It's very, very straightforward. Oh, hi Beverly, thanks for hopping on, appreciate you. Just talking about box breathing and how that is my number one stress reliever, especially if you've got young children and you happen to be on school holidays right now, yeah? So let's get started. So what do you actually do? Well, before you start, what you want to do is you want to find just a comfortable position. So it can just be in a chair, it can be on the sofa. And I know, I get it, if you're a mum, it's always hard to get away from the children, isn't it? So if you need to go into the bathroom or the toilet, for example, do that. You just need to find somewhere to relax, okay? So find yourself in a seated position, sit upright so you've got your diaphragm nice and free, and all you're going to do is you're going to breathe. So try and keep your hands relaxed in your lap. You don't want any stress, you don't want to be sort of clenching or doing any of this business. I learned this from my doctor. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's really cool to know, Beverly. I'm so pleased. So Beverly obviously has learnt about it. It's a really good for calming down any sort of anxiety, panic, things like that. So like I said, you're going to have your hands just in your lap. Just relax the shoulders down. You don't want them up here. A nice relaxed position. And all you're going to do is before you start, just exhale slowly. So you want to empty all of the breath out of your lungs to begin with. So that's all you're going to do. If you find it easier to do it through your mouth, you can do that. So that's it, okay? Empty lungs. And then all you're going to do, you can even close your eyes and do this. I'm going to draw it with my finger just so that I can show you. But you want to close your eyes and imagine drawing a box. So the idea is what you do is you breathe in, so you're taking a big deep breath up the side of the box. Now for me personally, I do it quite a lot, so I do it on the count of 5. But if you're a beginner, you can do, say, the count of 3 or the count of 4. Okay, so the count of 5, so you're breathing in through your nose, and then you're holding your breath. So you're going along the top of the box, so you're holding your breath for the same amount of time. So if you're breathing in for 5, so you've gone up the side of the box for 5, you're going to hold your breath for 5. And then you're going to come down the side of the box on your exhale. You can exhale through your mouth if that's easier. So again, to the count of 5, so it's... And then along the bottom of the box, you're going to hold your breath again. Now, if you're a beginner, like I say, it can be a little bit scary because you're not used to holding your breath. You're not used to not having air in your lungs. But it's so good to calm yourself down, to just settle into it. And I know it's hard, but just try it. So I'll just go through it again quickly. Oh, hi, Kerry. Thanks for hopping on. Really appreciate it. So that's what you're going to do. Just start with, you're going to empty your lungs. And then, like I said, so up the side of the box, 5. Breathe in. Hold your breath for 5. Exhale. And hold for 5. Breathe in for 5. Hold your breath for 5. Exhale for 5. Hold for 5. And it's as simple as that. I might have rushed that because obviously I'm trying to do to show you how to do it. So I'm not saying follow along with this, but that is all you do. And I have found over the years that it's all I need if I'm panicking, if I'm nervous, if I have an interview, or, I need to be relaxed in the moment. You want to do that. And you really, if you've got time, you want to be doing it for about 4 minutes minimum if you can. But try it. Try it on anyone that you're associated with, whether that's a child, whether you have a family member. It's just a really good way to calm everything down and just focus on your breath. And in some ways, that's all we do when we do sort of yoga and meditation and things like that. So I'm just glancing down at my nose to check I haven't actually forgotten everything. Okay, it says here, the slow holding of your breath allows CO2 to actually build up in the blood. And increased blood CO2 enhances the cardio-inhibitory response of the vagus nerve, which is obviously the one that runs from your head down to your right down to your spine, and stimulates your parasympathetic system. There is science behind it. I know it's all right, people saying take deep breaths, but this is a great way to do it, especially if you can visualize this box, because it really gets you to concentrate on it. So like I say, even if you can only do it for the 3 seconds to start with, do that. Okay, so I really hope that has helped you this morning and given you some value. If you need to use it whilst you're off on holiday with the children, give it a go and let me know how you get on. I've actually just popped into my own personal group, a breathe along. So you can actually physically do it, a breathe along, which will make your life easier. Rather, if you can't visualize or you have trouble visualizing it, then just pop over to my private group. I'll drop the information in the comments here and you can have a look. Or if you're a little bit more advanced and you want to do even more deep breathing, then check out my Wim Hof Breathing Method. I've also actually uploaded that into my group. It's a brilliant one because it's a bit more advanced and you actually get loads more CO2 going. You sort of exhale and you hold for like minutes at a time, but that is very advanced. And the reason we do that is I'm doing things like cold showers and cold water exposure, and you really need to get your breath sort of on point for that, otherwise you'll be like and you don't want to be doing that because it's a bit like having a panic attack in the shower. Okay, so try the breathing method. It's called box breathing, or Google it, have a look. But if you want to join my private group and have a little look in there at what we do, I share things like stress relief, menu plans, weight loss, gut health, all sorts of things that are going on in there. I'd love you to be part of that community. So like I say, thanks for hopping on. Thanks Kerry, thanks Beverly, appreciate it. And I will be sharing more hints and tips in my private group as well as here on my Facebook newsfeed. So have a wonderful day. I hope the sun is shining where you are. And after all that chatting, I'm going to have a glass of water. Have fun, have a lovely day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.